Hey everybody, this is Chris with ORBTraders.com. I'm going to go over the trade plan for September 8th, Monday's New York RTH session. First, let's go ahead and just pull up our news for the week on Forex Factory. I'm going to filter this out by our high and medium impact events. So Monday's pretty dry. I don't even think there's any major USD events at all on Monday. Anything significant other than consumer credit, 1 p.m. This is also Mountain Standard Time. And then we go into Tuesday, some afternoon after the close events. And these are all USD events. Wednesday, though, we have PPI. I will be looking at the data straddle pass and eval 1-day strategy that morning. Probably going to go, just look at the range early in the morning and set some buy and stop limit orders outside of the range on the NQ. Could be anywhere from 50 points outside, up and down. Just depends on what the action looks like. Thursday, CPI, unemployment claims. That's another day that you can try the data straddle. And then Friday, University of Michigan consumer sentiment, if I can speak. So yeah, pretty busy week. Monday's looking pretty dry overall. I want to just double check though, anything else going on in the other parts of the world on Monday that are significant. Does not appear that way. So yeah, there's our news events for the week. Let's just dive right into the levels. So I've got these already set. I'm going to share the chart in the Discord. These are levels that are updated going into tomorrow's action. So there's a few things on here. You can see right off the bat, you've got a fib long draw, another fib long draw. Here's your fib long support zone on both. And then you have from Friday's sell-off, you have the RTH of Friday's fib draw. So the short zone would technically be, let me actually move this back. This is a fair value gap. I want to call out because that is still needing to be retraced, but the zone above the 32, 15, 60, like I've said multiple times in a lot of these trade plans, is a potential short support zone. Like if you're going to go short, you'd be looking for targets below Friday's low. Negative 23% is down at the 64.30s. And then same on the NQ, similar concept. We have the 61, 50, and 38 right here. And if we are not breaking above this, we could certainly dive lower with targets negative 23 down at 23 411s. We'd have to break the prior day lows though first. So I would be curious if we can even break those. And when you run into these zones, you're running into the fib long zone or the fib long support zone from last week's low to last week's high on both the ES and the NQ. Now remember, the ES also held those August 22nd. That was when JP got on the mic. That was Jackson Hole Day, I believe. And we have been holding targets for that fib draw are above at 65.72s, 66.75s, and then 68.50s. We have to actually go back, I think, on the higher time frame to really see this well. So here we go. Oh, actually, no, I apologize. Where am I here? This is the 8.1 to 8.15. So the low of August to the high of August fib zone is holding. That is what those targets are. The 8.22, if I can find this, I thought this actually failed. Yeah, so this is the day that Jackson Hole and JP got on the mic, and you can see if you go to the high to low, that action failed down right here on the 2nd of September. Going into September, classic little sell-off, but we have retraced, and now we are trending above, hitting all-time highs. Of course, there was a sell-off on Friday, but we are trending towards all-time highs on the ES that were hit, and if we can break through, we may set new all-time highs this week, especially with those data prints. You get a lot of range on those data prints. But as always, these are my levels. Do with them as you will. Hopefully it helps you, with some structure and some ideas in your own trade plan. My plan is the same as always. I set the 15-minute opening range. So depending on where the hell we're opening at, say it's right here, or say it's up here, or down here, we're doing the same thing. We're waiting for a 5-minute candle to break out aside. And I have this indicator where it just turns the bars yellow once they are breakers above. And then we are looking at the market internals. So I throw in the VIX, the VXN, the tick, and I'll look at the SPY and the QQQs. I want to see a direction inverse to the price action. So the VIX going down, the ES going up, or the VXN going down, and the NQ going up. And then I also use that spreadsheet and I look at the market equities. So nothing's changing, same old plan as always, just new levels, new week, new events for the economic calendar coming up. So just be prepared and trade accordingly. I did make that checklist like I was mentioning in the Discord server. If you want to go ahead and check this out, you can copy it, move it, or change it however you want. That works for you. But essentially, doing the pre-market prep right now. I'll adjust the overnight open. We'll also look at the Asia and London sessions in the morning just to see where those have traded, mark out their high and lows. And then we'll be looking for the candles to close outside the 15-minute range with some confluence. We need to have those aligned for stronger conviction and my own confidence to take those trades. And then, we have our disqualifiers if we're still choppy on the internals, if they haven't broken out. And then we have dynamic stop losses. I'm not somebody that just goes into a trade and I will not move my stop loss. I'm going to base my stop loss on what is happening in the market, where the breaker is. If you have questions, ask in the community chat. There are some folks that like to put their stop loss and not move it. Totally fine. Do whatever works for you. I am a dynamic stop loss kind of a trader, where I will play different stop losses depending on the price action and internal indicators such as VWAP, etc. So that's going to wrap up the trade plan. Hope you guys have a great week. I will be on the stream probably every day this week. We'll see how Thursday works out. Usually I'm going to be in the office that day, but I don't think that's I think that's all I've got. I'm trying to think, is there anything else to cover? I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, like I said, reach out to me in the community chat. If you're new and just checking this video out on YouTube, you can go to orbtraders.com. You can join the Discord. It's totally free. You can go through the crash course, totally free, and get the checklist, whatever you want. There's nothing for sale here. This is literally just me showing my trades, showing my strategy. If you don't like it, that's cool. Go find something else that works for you. I'm not trying to say this is the holy grail or this is the best strategy that's out there, but it does work for me. I do get payouts from this. I have passed multiple accounts, and I'm going to continue doing this for the foreseeable future. I might be actually adding on one thing I wanted to call out was the tick. Where is this at? Just one thing I wanted to call out was the free trial on Tick Strike. I think it's a very interesting tool. I'm not an affiliate by any means, but I think it could help you in finding the volatility and the direction of the trade in terms of when to take trades. So I think that's my final plug. With that, take care. You guys have a good night. Make sure that you get plenty of rest and come to the trade desk prepared every single day. Focus on your consistency and your discipline every single day. One day at a time, try to get better. Take care, guys. Bye.